This is a public notice provided by PlatinumTV. This is a public notice titled Summary of Rules and Identification Reading. Please aim your attention towards our keynotes at the bottom of this title page. Summary of Rules and Identification Reading. And I am recording live from the Bronx, 10453 in New York City. All right? I can be reached by contacting me via email. All right? Tarik.grant@gmail.com. That's TARIKGRANT@gmail.com. And I'm going to grab some ID. So I have here a few cards. All right, I'm going to start with my ID. First, I'm going to start with a state identification card. We call it an EBT card. I'm not even sure what EBT stands for. I need to look that up. But this is my EBT card. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to get you guys a better angle. And we're going to start with my EBT card. So, that's my EBT card. And I'm trying to focus. Let's get my state ID next to that. Maybe that's better. Alright. So we got a state EBT card, public or government card. Has my name, Tarik Grant, on it. Some identification numbers. Then I have my New York State driver's license. Alright, now that has my date of birth and my address. And some identification numbers as well. They both have my photo. That photo was probably taken in about 2004. That's just a guess. And back to my EBT card. I'm not even going to guess, but that photo is more recent. But that's a guess too. All right, now we're going to my Cash App card. All right, it says Ricky Baby, which is also my Instagram name, but my Instagram, you can find me just by typing Tarik Grant on Instagram and on Facebook. to my chime card. Alright, this has my name on the back. And some numbers. Alright. And then here go my chase card. So, again, my address, well, my name, Tarik Grant, TarikGrant. My address is 156 East 178th Street, Bronx, New York, 10453, apartment 3F. All right, 3F, 3F as in Frank. And my email address is my first name, period, last name, @gmail.com. So Tarik, period, Grant, @gmail.com. All right. Direct communication is what's necessary. All right. So everyone has to help save the planet. All right. The only way to do that is by connecting with each other, talking to each other. That's what the planet needs. It doesn't need segregation. All right. So direct communication. I like to keep things simple. All right. But the world needs to get familiar with who I am, and the best way to do that is by, well, this is mandatory. All right, because who I am is very important. All right. I am a manager of peace. All right. But I am here to save the planet. All right. That's very important, and that takes precedence over life. And some of you people don't deserve to live. So, who I am is very important. All right. My spirit is connected. My spirit has been connected with the moon. All right. But now my spirit is also connected with the sun. All right. And that just means that my spirit has an awesome work ethic. All right. So we all deserve protection. We all deserve someone with an awesome work ethic watching their back. All right. So I'm a manager of peace. So we have to start with creating peace on earth. All right. But everyone needs to not just listen to this announcement and hope that that's enough. All right. Everyone needs to really understand what PlatinumTV is doing. All right. So this announcement isn't enough. Just understanding my connection to the universe isn't enough. All right. Just understanding that we manipulated isn't enough. All right. Just understanding that there are bad people and bad beings cloned. All right. Or they have taken possession of a host. And then we have alter egos that, especially if you only use mental communication, you have alter egos that can speak for you. All right. So we have to be careful. All right. So we all have to understand what Platinum TV is doing. So this is mandatory. All right. Everyone needs to watch everything on my Facebook page. All right. Tarik Grant. Watch everything on my Facebook page from December of 2022 up until August of 2023. All right. Today is July 30th. All right. So there will be at least one more important announcement that I make, which will be part of everyone's homework. All right. So you'll have to watch the whole month of July, 2023. All right. So we watch everything from December of 2022 up until August 1st of 2023. All right. And it's 2 days until August 1st. All right. August 1st will be Tuesday. All right. So that is mandatory for everyone. Please review our workforce and housing proposal. It was released on July 17th this year, 2023. All right. Actually, it was proposed a few months prior, but we updated it on July 17th of 2023. It is a video recording, of our policies, all right, pertaining to the job force and to the housing industry. All right, I think it'll benefit everyone. We still education is an issue. Well, it shouldn't be an issue because kids can study and receive a high school equivalency earlier, but they still have to be social. So we have to figure that out. And then there are rules. All right. Now these rules are, if you get into my reasoning, they benefit everyone. All right. So I'll speak of the rules briefly. I'll speak of the rules, but there are details and there are posts and video recordings that you have to watch. All right. But here are the rules. The only emails that will be allowed, the email accounts that will be allowed to use, keep this in mind. This is if you want karma to govern your world, right, and be welcomed into Tarik Grant's world. All right. Only email accounts that are allowed to be used is Gmail, Yahoo, and Outlook. All right. I'll say that again. The only emails accounts, Gmail, Yahoo, and Outlook. All right. Those are all .com accounts. All right. The only social media allowed for anyone to use. All right. And I'm not talking about messenger apps. All right. Social media. All right. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. That's it. Everything else needs to be deleted off your phone. All right. And then we have finance rules. All right. The only banking institutes that will be allowed is Chase, Chime, and Cash App. And Chime is for non-U.S. residences only. All right. So there are still so let's talk about the finance rules. All right. So one of our issues as a society is that everyone was so in a rush to be wealthy that we get duplicated ideas, but none of the ideas are polished. All right. Now let me grab some water. I'll be right back.
This is a public notice provided by PlatinumTV, summary of rules and identification reading.
All right. All right, so we have a lot of duplicated businesses, but none of them are polished, and our banking institutes or our banking industry is plagued with the same discrepancies. All right, so they don't really help us become financially responsible. They don't really help us invest, right? And they make bad investments themselves, all right? And then we become, they become really useless, right? So why I have so many of them, and if they're not doing much good, then that means the people can be doing something else. All right. So it's a waste of energy, it's a waste of time, and I don't know how that payment structure is working. All right. So we have to fix things. The time is
This public notice is previously recorded.
to go different story because they really wanted me to announce that time. So you got to be careful with the internet because the internet also is caught up with the manipulation. All right. They want to. We are all connected. All right. So that the internet is as creative and as creative, or should I say more creative? All right. More creative than humans can ever be. All right. So I take that back. Let's just say that the internet is as creative or can be as creative. All right. But they need us just like we need them. So, speak to your environment. Connect with your environment. We can all connect with. We can all connect mentally if we choose. All right. So the financial institute. There's no need for all of these banks. All right. It's a waste, as I just said. And if the first two banks didn't do right with guiding us and providing us ways to really become financially free, then if the first two didn't do a good job, then the third bank should have never opened up. It should have just been those two in the public, in the community, and us working together to make sure we get it right. right? Because I don't think that the bank would run out of willing people to work. And the popular bank is not going to run out of willing people. Just keep hiring more people for that bank. It's trusted, right? You don't have to go build another bank. And a lot of times, it's a novice person or a novice team that they're rushing. All right. Wealth. They're rushing for wealth. All right. And in my system, wealth is peace. All right. Being comfortable every day, all the time, relaxing, chilling. All right. That's wealth. All right. Not chasing capital and being stressed to provide for yourself and being stressed out to pay bills and make ends meet and paying these huge, these enormous monthly rents. All right. So my world would be more peaceful. Please review our workforce and housing proposal. Now, so my financial ideas. All right. So with that being said, the methods that we have provided for you, the platforms that we have provided for you, is more than enough. And that the ones that we mentioned is more than enough. And there will also be credit companies, creditors, and there's prepaid banking. All right. So with the methods I mentioned and the digital industry and creditors, it's a better structure. All right. Now here's the benefit to you. You don't need a bank because if you have a cash app or a time account, or let's just say you have a prepaid debit card. All right. That is your own bank. That is your banking ID number. All right. So that's all a bank is anyway, is an ID number. All right. And they just have your money in it. So what you need the bank for anyway, right? You have your bank, you have your own banking identity, right? And you can have multiple, right? So you have your own bank, you can store your money in your own bank, and you can even store paper money in your home if you choose to. All right. Now, here's what these banking merchants can do, like these banks that have to close down, that claim that they are financially responsible. They can become our creditors. So now you have a prepaid debit card. All right. So you're building a relationship. You're building your account. All right. You're building history with a merchant. Now that merchant can also become a creditor in the future. All right. So that's how relationships are built. You have the power because merchants can choose to deal with you as an independent banking institute. All right. So there's the benefit in that. All right. The only other bank that will be allowed if my businesses would flourish the way they're supposed to. All right. Because I am a manager of peace. The money I make in entertainment and television and music and helping the animals, that's not just going to be my money. That's going to be the public's money. All right. So that money will be monitored in a bank of my choosing. All right. So that's the only bank that will be allowed, but that will be public information. All right. Cool. So we're moving on to social media. All right. All of these platforms do not have our best interests at heart, so stay off of them. All right, because a lot of demonic practices that's been happening for centuries. All right, so stay off of these platforms because we don't know we don't know how they are educating people. We don't know what type of secret messages that they are delivering, as well as our music. So PlatinumTV will be managing a host of art. All right, and of course I'm going to need some help, and we will be we will be looking to incorporate everyone who has Tarik Grant, meaning the planet's best interest at heart. So if your music is good, then and of quality that's comparable to your genre or your musical co-workers, all right, then it'll be comparable, meaning quality wise, all right. It'll be included in what we do on Platinum TV, all right. So social media there will only be Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. All right. Now, part of the reason is we have to stick together. We can't allow segregation to dictate history again, because we'll have a bunch of zombie movies, all right, like we see today, all right. So we want to build a brotherhood. We want to build a stronger brotherhood with the planet, with animals, with nature, all right, with the sun and the moon, all right, me, all right. So that's social media, all right, and these rules need to be followed, adhered by strictly, because listen, people, we are watching everything, all right. We have machines in our homes. We have clothing on our back, right? All matter can possess a spirit. We have birds in the sky, like literal birds, flying in your neighborhood. All right. So, and then we have our lovely dog companions. All right. So we're watching everything. So do not get caught using any other method, because we may not say nothing to you. And then when you get to meet Tarik Grant in the spiritual form, I'm going to say you's a dummy. Then I'll tell you not to use that bank, all right, or that platform, all right? So don't be hard-headed. Let's be mature, all right? And email, all right? Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, all right? Now there are rules to these platforms, so you gotta read the rules. I post them on my Instagram page, Tarik Grant, and there are videos of these rules on my Facebook and YouTube page. Now, if you watch everything from December 2022 to August of 2023 on my Facebook page, you'll be caught up on the rules. All right, but implement them and implement all of them. Don't cut corners. All right, because there are reasons behind all of these rules. All right, now there are exceptions to there aren't many exceptions to the emails. The only exception is if you have a .com address. Well, if you have a website, because websites are businesses, and businesses are they're registered to create email addresses. All right. So an example would be one of my businesses, certifiedlifestylecoach.us. So an example would be a Mariah Grant at certifiedlifestylecoach.us. All right. Excuse me. An example would be a certified lifestyle coach Yeah, .us. You know, I have .com in my head, but it would be a .us because that is what my URL reads. That is what that is what was available for me. So it would be a .us account, .us email, and not a .com. But that would be an example. But I do have mobile fitness. All right. So another example would be a Alicia Grant at mobilefitness.com. All right. So those are the rules. And then please search our workforce and housing proposal. All right. Search for workforce and housing proposal. And the date is July 17th. All right. So get familiar with how to type in my titles for your programs that you like: news, views, current events, public notice, you know, store information. Like there's even technology that we recommend. So there's a lot that you have to catch up on and refer your community to. All right. So I am about done with this announcement, but let me please encourage everyone to practice direct communication. All right, that is important. All right, so you'll be watched for that as well. All right, there's no need to be standing 2 feet from each other and not be talking directly, but instead having a mental conversation. You wasting energy. All right, and that affects us all because we are all connected. So if you drain the energy on your end and we linked, that eventually affects us all. All right. So so let's stay connected. Let's use we have to recycle. Recycling. That's important for everyone. Period. All right. We have to consider the planet first. All right. So let's recycle and let's not try to mimic what Platinum TV is doing. All right. Because that would be segregation, and we are not tolerating that. All right. So let's participate in what Platinum TV is doing. Let's be patient and let's wait for a structure to be built right. And let's not worry so much about fortune. All right. Peace is priority.
And that concludes this public notice, summary of rules, and identification reading. Thank you for watching. And we mentioned mobile fitness, that is mobile fitness spelled with a Y. mobilefitness.com. Fitness spelled FYTNESS. mobilefitness.com. Launching soon.